Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the United Kingdom, and today I'm sharing another of my projects using the lovely Dandy Garden Suite range, and this is another one using Dragonfly Garden with these fabulous dragonflies that coordinate with the Dragonfly punch so you can cut them out. And the paper I'm using is from the suite as well, and this comes in a pack of 6x6 paper, 12 designs, 4 sheets each of the double-sided paper. You see quite bold strong colours, but some lighter, more muted ones on the reverse as well. It's really useful stripes. I used the bumblebee paper for my sample, but actually I wasn't as happy with it as I wanted to be. So instead what I've decided to do is still use the Misty Moonlight on it, but use a different paper for the outside. So here's the card making, and what I wanted to create here was that sense of flight. So you can see that as you open the card, our butterflies overhang the outside, and also we've got a real stuff flying one. Hopefully you can see a bit of shimmer and shine on those Wink of Stella wings, and I've used some of our pastel pearls on there, but I'm going to use some of the opal rounds to add a bit more shimmer and shine. Then on the inside I just use the dragonfly, cloud of dragonflies, to add a bit of interest as well. So let's crack on then with the stamping and the making. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is create my panel, which is 6x14. So first of all, you want a card base. The card base I've so yeah, right, panel, let's do that first. So so on this card here, what we're going to do is we've got some DSP pieces here, and we've got a panel of Whisper White on the centre there. So basic white is 6.5 by 10.5. So I'm just going to cut that at 6.5 by 10.5. So that's my stamping panel that we're going to use. That's going to be layered onto some DSP, and the DSP is actually it's 10.5 again, but this piece is actually let me check. Yes, about 7.2. So that actually, it leaves a slightly wider border, but I wanted to sort of have a nice sort of show of that edge there. I then want 2 more pieces for each side. So I'm going to cut this down to 10.5. Some vertical stripes. And I want a piece that's 1.8. Left edge. And a piece that is 4.8. For the other side as well. Okay. Once you've cut those, we then want to create our card base. So I've taken a piece of thick basic white, and this is 14.5 by 21 centimetres, and I'm just going to score that in half at 10.5, and then you're going to decide which is going to be your front. I'm just going to line this up at 2 centimetres and cut, in fact it's pretty easy to show you on the top here. So I'm going to cut at 2 centimetres to the score line, see here, and I'm going to then cut at 5 centimetres on the other side from the edge. Then you can either use your trimmer or you can use your snips and just trim along the edge of that score line. Like so. So then you're left with a sort of slightly asymmetric looking card. And what I'm going to do now is pop my DSP layer on. There. I've obviously If you always start at the top there, and with the wet glue you've got slightly, you might find it just overhangs the edge. You can always trim that away. But then add your panels to the left and right. Same again on the other side. So this just saves on our DSP. Obviously you could put a whole piece across that and then add another Whisper White panel to the inside if you wanted to, but there's no need. Excuse me, apologies for that. Didn't mute my phone enough. Okay, so we've then got our panel to go down the centre here, like so. So you can just see that slightly darker edge there with a little bit of the DSP showing. And so what I'm going to do now is use that big floral image, these ones, and use my Misty Moonlight, you can see here, and that's going to, I'm just going to ink that up and pop that up to the top here. There we go, like so. Okay, and once I've stamped that, apart from the fact that that's going to be my opportunity for embellishment, I think, we'll have to stick a nice big opal round over the top of that one there. There we go. And I'm just keeping this simply stamped just in the Misty Moonlight, like that. And I just thought I'd grab my cloud of butterfly. Why do I keep calling them butterflies? Going around the twist. Right, going around the twist today. Today's not a good. Perhaps I should just give up. I'm just going to stamp my cloud of dragonflies on that top corner, and I'm then going to stamp those on the inside as well. And obviously you could add sentiment, and there's some super sentiments in here as well. Thank you for your kindness, may good things grow, for a true friend, your inspiration, and those are great sentiments to add whenever you need a little inspiration to come on. So I'm going to pop the card to one side, and what I've got is a piece of Whisper White that I've actually cut to about 5 centimetres in width, and I'm just going to use my various dragonflies and just stamp those in there. So I thought I'd use a couple of these ones which have kind of got the more open body, and then I'm going to use, I might just get that one in there as well. So I can pop your dragonfly in and just line that up, and by cutting it to 5 centimetres I'm just saving any wastage because I don't want the little ones today, and you can see just by alternating them again, overlapping, just gives you the opportunity to get the most out of your cardstock. Like so. And if you've got any sort of strength or dexterity issues, then line it up while it's flat on the desk, and then just press down using the flat of your hand, and you'll find that you'll be able to punch that out really well as well. Okay. So now we've got our 3 dragonflies, and then what you want to do is cut yourself a strip of window sheet. This is just 1 centimetre, so about 1/2 inch in width as well. And we can crack on. So I'm going to colour the wings in just with a bit of Wink of Stella. And what the Wink of Stella does, it picks up some of the colour from the stamped image, because it's our Stampin' Up! Ink rather than being Memento, and so it just gives it a pretty blue sheen as well, like so. Just squeezing that just to release a little bit more of the ink into the barrel. Ooh, might be running out this one. I have got a new one ready to go actually. So there we've got our 3 lovely dragonflies. And what you're going to do is, I use a bit of our Stampin' Seal. So I'm going to pop a bit of that on there and pop that just about, it's about an inch down, and trim it off. So it's about a 2-inch piece. Then we can add our stamped panel onto the front there, just leaving that gap on each side. And then I'm going to add some more Stampin' Seal Plus. So you'll see I've got 3 dragonflies even. So on one of these ones I'm going to pop it here. Oh, there you go, use the Seal Plus. And that, then just line up your dragonfly, and once it's on there just trim that bit of window sheet away, like so. Then we can just add our other dragonfly just by gluing its wings onto that side. So you'll see I'm making sure I'm not going too far outside the width of the card, so that it'll still stick in our standard envelope. And then I'm lifting the wings upon this one and popping it just at an angle, like so. And there we have our free-floating card, as you can see, using either the opal rounds for a bit of shimmer and shine, or our pastel pearls. But when it's open, you can see we have a lovely flying dragonfly effect. So I prefer it with the stripes. You might prefer it with the bees. Which one do you prefer? Let me know. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to purchase any of the products you've seen today, pop along to my blog and you'll find the links there, or my shop at heidismith.stampinup.net, or just click on the links in the description box below this video. Thank you for watching, and thanks for subscribing. Bye now.